The Jeffrey Epstein scandal is so salacious and filthy and weird that sometimes it's hard to believe it isn't being copied from a novel. Epstein is supposedly a billionaire, yet nobody seems sure how exactly he made his money. What does he do for a living? Nobody knows. His home is full of bizarre features like artificial eyeballs or a chessboard with pieces modeled on his staff, supposedly. But the most disconcerting part of the saga is just how many people are tied to it. Basically, everyone you've ever heard of, dozens of famous, rich, influential people, turned out to be friends with Jeffrey Epstein. His predatory behavior toward teenage girls was apparently an open secret everyone knew, and yet he remained a free man for decades. Michael Warren Davis is a contributor to the American Conservative. He just wrote a very smart piece warning that the Epstein scandal is, quote, how revolutions begin. He joins us tonight. Davis, thanks very much for coming on. What does you mean, this is how revolutions begin?
Well, like I said in the piece, stories like this break, and you can really see why the French decided to march their aristocracy into the sweet embrace of Madame la Guillotine. Tucker, people used to believe in this thing called the Hellfire Club. The rich and powerful would meet in secret for these weird opulent orgies. And they protected each other. And that's the crucial thing, because they all had blackmail on each other. Come to find, the Hellfire Club is 100% real. You know, this cabal of depraved, decadent elites, it really exists. And Jeffrey Epstein, Clinton donor, close personal friend of President Clinton, he's at the center of it.
So this is the kind of story where people looking on decide, actually, the system is every bit as rotten as I suspected it was, maybe more rotten, and it makes them radical.
That's right. I think Jeffrey Epstein will do to the DC establishment what ex-Cardinal Theodore McCarrick did to the church, sadly. Everyone in the Catholic hierarchy knew about Cardinal McCarrick. Everyone knew that he was preying on altar boys and seminarians. Even people that we would consider good bishops, otherwise good bishops, knew about McCarrick, and by and large they did nothing. And it's the same thing with the admissions scandal. You know, everyone knew that these celebrities were paying for their children to go to the Ivy League. That was an open secret. But when the story broke, everyone pretended to be surprised. It's the same. It's the same thing. And people look at the system and they say it's rigged. And you know what? It is. It is rigged.
It is. You're absolutely right. The Hellfire Club. That is. Thank you for joining us, for explaining that. Excellent piece this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tucker.